ब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ महेश्वराय नमः। ॐ विष्णवे नमः। ॐ ताण्डवे नमः। ॐ भरताय नमः। ॐ अभिनवगुप्तपादाचार्याय नमः। ॐ सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ प्रणम्य शिरसा देवो पितामहमहेश्वरो नाट्यशास्त्रं प्रवक्ष्यामि ब्रह्मणा यदुदाहृतम्।
Angas and Upangas are the basic elements. Angas would mean movements of the head, chest, sides, waist and feet, and Upangas are Upangas of the face and Upangas in the body. These have to be mastered, and then you come to the point where the sthanas are learnt.
The Shirobheda or the head variations are 13 in number.
Akampitam, kampitam cha, dhutam, vidhutameva cha, parivahita, udvahitakam, avadhutam, tatha anchitam, निहञ्चितं परावृत्तं उत्क्षिप्तं चाप्यधोगतं लोलितं चैव विज्ञेयं त्रयोदशविधं शिरः.
Now you will have the chest variations Urobheda.
आभुग्नमथ निर्भुग्नं तथा चैव प्रकम्पितम् उद्वाहितम् समं चैव उरः पञ्चविधं स्मृतम्.
Now you will have the Parshvabheda or movements of the sides.
नतं समुन्नतं चैव प्रसारित विवर्तिते तथा अपश्रुतमेव तु पार्श्वयोः कर्म पञ्चधा.
We have Kati Bheda for training the waist.
चिन्ना चैव निवृत्ता च रेचिता कंपिता तथा उद्वाहिता चेति कटिनाट्ये नृत्ये च पञ्चधा.
Padabheda gives you the basic variations of the feet.
उद्घट्टितः समश्चैव तथा अग्रतलसञ्चरः अञ्चितः कुञ्चितश्चैव पादः पञ्चविधः स्मृतः.
Among the Upangas of the body, we have a few examples. To start with, we have the Uru Bheda, that is, movements of the thigh.
Kampanam Valanam Chaiva Stambhano Udvartane Tatha Nivartanam Panchaitani Uru Karmani Karayed.
Janu Bheda, that is, movements of the knees. I have taken this shloka alone from Sangita Ratnakara.
Samhatam Samhatam कुञ्चितं च अर्धकुञ्चितं नतम् उन्नतम् उन्नतं विवृतं समम् इत्युजे जानुसप्तविधं बुधैः
Jangha Bheda, that is, movements of the shanks.
आवर्तितं नतं 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 क्षिप्तं क्षिप्तम् उद्वाहितमथापि वा उद्वाहितमथापि वा परिवृत्तं मथा चैव जङ्घा कर्माणि पञ्चधा.
The Nati Shastra gives 6 sthanas or basic stances for the body, just as the Western classical ballet dancers have positions numbered for practicing their movements. These are based on the direction in which the toes are turned, the space between the feet, and also the reduction in the height of the body. These are all common to Indian sculpture and Indian dance. The sthanas are
Vaishnavam Samapadam Cha Vaishakham Mandalam Tatha Pratyalidam Tatharidam Sthanan Yetani Shandrunam.
Now, among the sthanas, our leader Mahati will perform. It has to be 5 spans space between the feet, and opposite of that, left. This is Pratyalida. Some schools are taking Alida to be performance shoe. This is called Alidam, but it cannot be Alidam because the space has to be 5 spans.
It's mentioned.
It is mentioned.
Not only that, I think even from the practical viewpoint, when we are fighting, our floor occupation should be more, body should be very agile, we should be robust. In that, the next second view, that is one more opinion that you said it has been carried out, that will be imbalancing and that will not have strength and rootedness and efficiency. I think the Shastrakaras are very practical, looking at the loka they did, and its aesthetic also.
There is a beautiful painting of Shiva in Pratyalidasthana in Tanjore fresco. That can show you how exactly the movement has to be performed.
Even in the poems of Kalidasa and others, we have Alida, Pratyalida, postures dealing with fight, and we clearly see.
Tripura Samhara.
See, the uses are given. The uses for Alidasthana is given. It is used in all the acts relating to the furious emotion,
Yes.
and in depicting the use of weapons. So obviously for fighting.
Offensive and defensive, Alida and Pratyalida, and from the martial arts also we can verify. Even today, the tradition which is found in martial arts is very close to this.
In fact, I had a very interesting interactive demonstration with a black belt master of karate, Moses Tilak. And at Trivandrum we had this function where I performed the charis along with my students, and he did karate along with his students, and we performed together. And so much of similarity was there, and he used to say it's not the force, but it's the course of hands which can kill a person.
You had once mentioned how just the variation of Anchita and Kunchita would turn a dance movement into martial art movement.
Yes, it can.
Apart from these, we have three special sthanas for enhancing feminine grace.
स्त्रीणां स्थानानि कार्याणि गतिष्वा भाषणेषु च आयतं च अवहितं च अश्वक्रान्तं अथापि च.
A chari is a movement for the entire leg, from the root of the thigh down to the toes. So the charis are of two types. The Bhumi Chari, where the feet are mostly on the ground, and Akash Chari, when the at least 1 foot is off the ground. It can be a leap or jump, but it has to, or just stretching.
In Bhumi Charis, the feet are close to the ground.
I just have to add a comment on Adhyardhikachari. Tayya te, tayya te, tayya te. Here, Sangeeta Ratnakara adds that 1 foot has to be slipped. It is skating, not thumping but skating. அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணு. தைய தை தைய தை தைய தை தைய தை.
Atikranta, 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 aparanta, aparanta.
Apakranta, I added chinna to it. இது வந்து சின்ன இல்லாம பண்ணு. If you add chinna, it's like having a ball bearing. You get us that grace. So I added.
She is the Sukumara and Uddhata.
Then Pashvakrantachari, there is a mention of Udghattita in one of the interpretations. This Udghattita, it says, others say that in this chari, the foot must be raised to the level of the other thigh and then brought down as Udghattita. This would mean the raising of the Kunchita foot, stretching it out, followed by landing it on the ground with the toes, and then finally thumping with the heel. Pashvakranta, raise panni Anchitam and Udghat. This is probably to show the
Taiya, tai, taiya, tai, hi, taiya, tai, hi, taiya, tai.
Now we make it as, I mean, what we perform now is with Anchita.
Only with Anchita.
Without Udghattita.
I have added Udghatitam for the other
foot.
static foot.
To make it
more active. So that the stretch of the leg is easier if you add there.
So the Udghattita is for the other foot.
Leg. So that the stretch is easier. If there is Udghattita on this left, right stretch is easy.
Momentum.
It will give momentum.
this way, weight shifting has an enormous role, tremendous role to play, and weight shifting is associated with breath control as well. And once you had told about breath control being mentioned through the name given in the inscription also. Please.
In a Karana called Nistambitam, it is also called Nishumbitam. Nishumbitam is in the text. Nistambistam is in the Chidambaram inscription.
In that way, you have taken the help of inscriptions also as one of the pramanas in Granthas.
Yes, the inscription from Sharangpani Swami temple
Chidambaram.
that has only the names and the number, serial number of the Karana. And at Chidambaram,
Yeah, the shlokas also.
eastern and western Gopurams have the couplets,
Yes.
the sutra, entire thing inscribed in Tamil Grantha.
Yes.
Tamil Grantha script. So, see, older Tamil could, with that script, we could write Sanskrit
easily.
the entire Chavargam and Kavargam.
That is Granthas.
And the Britishers simplified our Tamil script in the name of
Nativity.
facilitating printing. Actually, they were dividing and ruling. So, it was
Dividing
part of that.
country and culture.
So, Nistambitam and Nishumbitam both mean breath control.
Yes.
It's control of breath. And in Kumbakonam, Sharangpani temple, the Karanas are not in serial order. They are very much jumbled. And but once upon a time, it should have been properly in a serial order. There are lot of Karanas which don't have the inscription at all. So I had to study them on my own. And I copied the inscriptions. It was an eye copy of the inscriptions of the relevant sculptures. Under the sculptures you have. Sometimes the number is missing. Sometimes the number is there, inscription is missing, corroded. So this is another aspect to my research, reconstruction. So it is not something which I had done easily, sporadically.
Not an accidental.
It was not an accidental
or
thing.
approximation.
So, yeah. So I had taken the inscriptions also into account. And there was a wrong idea that, any sculpture, dance sculpture which are in a seated posture are Deshi. And it is not mentioned in Natya Shastra, it's wrong. Even in Kailasnatha temple, Pallava temple in Kanchipuram, there are beautiful Shiva sculptures, big ones and small ones in Kunchita. Kai kuda vachinkatte. This posture is there. This can't be taken as Deshi.
Yes.
This is Kunchita. Kunchita Janu.
Yes.
If you learn the Angas,
You'll be knowing.
And you have a Karana.
you have a Karana. Kunchita Karana is there. Kunchita Karana is based on Kunchita Janu. That means you have to have the Upangas learnt. On the Upangas of Janu Mattu Cholu.
இது வந்து நதம் संहतं संहतं कुञ्चितं च अर्धकुञ्चितं नतं उन्नतं विवृत्तं समम् इत्युक्ते जानु सप्तविधं बुधैः.
This is from
Sangeeta
Sangeeta Ratnakara. All Bharata Angas will be fivefold. Sangeeta Ratnakara can be more.
Adds more.
But it is Marga only, not Deshi.
And he has keenly followed Abhinavagupta, though the commentary of Abhinavagupta is not available for the chapters like 8, 9 and others. he has clearly followed Abhinavagupta. We can verify through the Karana Adhyaya. For the Karana Adhyaya, he has the commentary.
Sarangdeva was also from Kashmir only.
And Abhinavagupta has been clearly followed, and the prose of Abhinavagupta is versified in the text of Shargadeva. In that sense, in these missing links, we can very clearly extrapolate the intentions of Abhinavagupta and again connect to Natya Shastra. In that way, the intertextuality and the interrelatedness can very well be established. And even the evidence of the inscriptions, they can become another valid Pathantara.
Now,
Textual variants.
we will go into the Karanas.
The sculptures also, you've always told that it has a lot of the Pravritti's influence. Like the Urdhvajanuchari, Bharata mentions it has to start from Mandalasthana. Urdhvajanuchari should be in Mandalasthana. But
Ramappa temple.
we see Ramappa temple sculptures, Khajuraho, Mount
It
Abu.
will be in
All the Urdhvajanu
will be in
are in
Samasthana.
Samasthana. But Bharata mentions Mandalasthana for Urdhvajanu. The South Indian temples have that. But in Ramappa temple, Khajuraho and all, it's in Samasthana.
Northern.
So, and the Pravritti regional tastes are there which influence even the sculptures.
Like the Kathak's basic posture is
Sama.
And here it is the mandala, and that would also been the reason.
Then one more chari is the Udvritta chari of in Akashachari, where it is specifically mentioned with one foot raised as Avidha,
Jump.
the body whirls and then raised foot is dropped through a jump. So you have to finish with a jump. This is very difficult. Of course, now we do it just as a whirling movement. We do it just as a
It's
whirling
half
movement.
turns.
Yeah.
More
But
grace
what is
that.
it's more graceful. The other one is more acrobatic, where we need to finish it with a jump.
Maybe Tandava and Lasya.
Sukumara and
Yes.
Uddhata.
In the same way, Brahmari Chari, it is mentioned that it has to start with Atikranta, and the thigh which is oblique is twisted, and through the twisting of the sole, the entire body rotates. So this is one way of doing it. And the other way, where being an Akashachari, I think you wanted it to be more on air. So we practice it as a Suchi Chari
Suchi and then
with the whirl on air. So this is one more interpretation that is used for Brahmari, Akasha Brahmari. So when it is done with Suchi Chari, it is Antar Brahmari. When it is done with Atikranta, it becomes a Bahya Brahmari.
Because the Uru Valana can only be Antar
Yes,
Brahmari,
yes.
not Bahya Brahmari. So scientific and objective is the employment of different Upangas also.
so the kinetics. The kinetics are very important. You can't break your bone. So what is possible has to be done, and that has to be done beautifully. This is the
This takes us to the dimension of physiology and even the body kinematics, and ultimately it leads to the study like a medical doctor. You have to look into the body and its possibilities, limitations, and such things, and the weight shifting, everything. So it should not be health hazardous.
yeah.
That's why these charis and karanas have to be learnt Gurumukha only. It cannot be learnt from video. It's very difficult because like yoga, when you learn it from the video, you don't know where to hold your breath, where to exhale, where to inhale. It might lead to a lot of,
Change the weight.
yes, it might lead to a lot of
Problems.
fatal accidents when you do yoga in a wrong way. Performing these charis and karanas is also it's important that you learn it from a guru.
So many things of Ashtanga Yoga, starting from Yamanima, they come. Pranayama, Pratyahara, all these
Yes.
things, one or the other way, they fall in line with this. And we can as well look into the inseparability of our Shastras. From philosophy to performing that, they have a seamless connection everywhere.